What's going on, CrackTube? It is New Year's Eve, so I'm switching from coffee to enjoying a frosty adult beverage. 2018, what a year. I don't think one we will soon forget. I know we recorded the year in pictures. I just thought I'd maybe just throw some thoughts up on 2018. What a shit year. Just seemed like a nightmare of 365 days from start to finish. It was a tough year. We had a late spring, so a lot of our plans got put off to the wayside. We had intentions of planting corn, and it got to be, we had a few days here and there where the good days just weren't there, basically. We couldn't string enough good days along to get anything done. I mean, I had all best intentions. I started, I tried, I was trying to get stuff ready. I had, was trying to haul manure out and trying to trying to disc fields up and get stuff going. And I'm sorry, but I did notice this. I have to point this out. I noticed on the Love for Love shout out that my forearms are like freakishly huge compared to my size of my hands. It's just really bothering me. So anyway, now that I got that out of the way, I think every year you go and you start with the best of intentions, and it just seems that 2018, everything, there was a monkey wrench thrown in everything that we did. Every time we turn around, it was just, you take one step forward and you get knocked back 3 steps, and that was 2018, I think, in a nutshell. There were some bright spots. I'm not going to say that the whole year was horrible. I mean, it was predominantly bad. I can remember talking to one of my neighbors who is 92 years old. They raise vegetables and hay and grain. 92 years old, and he could not remember a year where we were out of the fields for 6 weeks before we got a break. I think the meme running around I saw on social media was rained twice in 2018. Once for 45 days and once for 30 some odd days. And yeah, they're not kidding. It did. It was just a brutal year as far as weather went. You really couldn't. As far as making dry hay, that was, if you had a wrapper, if you were putting hay up in the silo, you could do it. But you really couldn't put together anything, as far as trying to make dry hay. It was just null and void. And of course, as everybody knows, and we suffered a huge loss in August with losing my uncle, and that really kind of threw a huge wrench into the works, and we're still trying to deal with that and trying to get all that ironed out and figured out and everything else. That's just, and that's going to take time. Unfortunately, it wasn't like, we knew this was going to happen. It just, boom, happened, and that was it. And left us scrambling, basically. And we're still, we're still dealing with that, and that's going to take a long time to resolve, unfortunately. I tried a few new things. Looking back at some of my videos, I tried putting a hay rack out for my heifers instead of feeding them in the barn, and it rained so much it was just too freaking muddy for them out there. And of course, my skid steer decided to. We just got the motor rebuilt in it, and I think the head gasket went in it. And you know, Murphy's Law of farming. I guess if it's gonna go wrong, it's gonna go wrong. So I didn't have I couldn't even really clean it up, as it were. That made for. You know, that made for a tough go as well. I'm probably going to make it through the year. I still have hay on the wagons. You know, like I said, we had problems with finding help. You know, when we could actually start getting hay, we had no help to get the hay unloaded. And I really kind of wanted to hammer things out. It didn't work that way. Unfortunately. And of course, after my uncle died, you know, all these people said, "Oh, we'll come and help. We'll come and help." Where the hell were you, a month ago? But whatever. It's just, man, yeah. I can honestly, for once, and it's weird because I've been looking back at every year since really I started doing a lot more of this from, like, say, like 2016 or so, where I really started, you know, after my ex and I had split and I came back to the farm and rebuilding things in 2016 or so, I really started to jump in more, I think, with seeing how we were progressing. Boy, we had a great year. 2016 was a great year. 2017 was a good year, and I'm like, man, we're just going to keep building on this. And all of a sudden, roadblock 2018, and you know, I'm almost rebuilding this year. This is, I think, going to be 2019 is going to be a rebuilding year. It's probably going to be a very trying year, to say the least. I'm thinking I'm going to look at 2019 as a year of growth for myself personally and professionally. You know, looking at things that really necessarily didn't work for us, and maybe looking at things that we can do differently in the upcoming year. A lot of it's going to depend on money too. Money is tight. I haven't had income in, you know, since basically August, September. I haven't sold any hay. You know, and right now, you know, see what happens. I did lose 100 and we probably lost about 100 acres to new owners of property that we have. The one guy screwed us over royally. The other people, I think they were just, they really didn't understand where we were coming from. But you know, I'm looking at that, and okay, I lost 100 acres, but I'm looking at it more as it's a blessing in disguise, I think. To be quite honest with you, because it's like I'm, you know, working here pretty well solo. Adam's going to help when he can, but I got the day-to-day aspect, and you know, so maybe that's a godsend that I lost that 100 acres. Now I can probably stay closer to home and worry more about what's going on my own farm than what I am, you know, for, you know, and having to worry about, you know, run down the road and catch another 100 acres. Is it going to hurt? I don't know yet. That I can't answer, but I don't know. I'd like to see, you know, what happens. I'm not going to be entirely 100% pessimistic. Like I said, I'm not a soothsayer. I don't have a crystal ball. Even the Magic 8 Ball isn't really giving you any kind of anything as far as what the future holds. So, like I said, it's, you know, a tough year, but you know, I made it through, and I think a lot of us who made it through, hopefully we come out stronger on the other end. You know, if we can handle this bullshit, I think we can probably handle anything at this point. You know, I mean, it was the first time in my life I think I've ever, you know, you know, just, I think, you know, I was actually I'm really scared of what's going to happen. I mean, the future is kind of a blank canvas right now, and that's a little unnerving, a little scary, because, you know, I didn't, you know, as much as Grumpus and I would disagree on things, you know, I just kind of followed his lead, I guess to say, and that was, you know, even though I had some ideas of my own and I want to do a few different things, you know, that didn't quite pan out. Okay, do I try it now? And, you know, I don't have somebody necessarily looking over my shoulder all the time, which I kind of miss, but it is what it is. So, I just want to say thank you to all my subscribers here. You know, everybody who, you know, comments and all the support. You know, Mike P, 7010, you've always been supportive. Brad with Northern Wisconsin Farming, you've always been supportive. Laurel Creek Livestock, Bessert Farms, DeHaven Family Farms, you guys, you know, I mean, there's a huge list of people. James O'Brien, you've always been, you know, very supportive, and Tom Howe, and so many other people who have always been supportive. I wish I could name everybody, but unfortunately, you know, there's so many people. I think it would probably take the entire length of a video to thank all the people who have commented and offered support and help and everything else. And for that, guys, you know, hey, cheers, Happy New Year. Let's make sure that 2019 going forward is going to be a much better year. So hopefully, you know, I can try some new things. Hopefully I continue to see the channel grow. And really, because I really do want to get agriculture story out. You know, it's not necessarily all about, you know, I'm not looking for attention. I really just want to get, you know, farmer stories out there. I want farmers to be able to share their stories and not have to worry, you know. There's so much misinformation out there. I really want to see farmers be able to tell their own stories, and I think this is a good platform for it. So on that note, because I'm getting close to the 15-minute mark, which my phone will not let me won't allow me to upload any videos to YouTube because they're too long. Thanks, Steve Jobs. It says CrackTube, and at the end of every CrackTube video, you're supposed to say comment, rate, subscribe. Talk to you guys. Happy New Year. And to hell with 2018.